You can't tell, but we're all naked.
Hey guys, welcome to the Geek Link podcast. I'm Matt. With me always is Anthony. Don't wait, better look down there. Don't need you.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh man, got so much to get into this week. What an awesome week, except for all the thunderstorms and hail damage and massive flooding.
We've almost died 20 times this week.
Yeah, biblical stuff going on around us. It's alright though, it's cool.
Floods. Locusts.
Floods, locusts, frogs.
I didn't see much frogs this week.
Rabbits, man. There's just rabbits everywhere at my house. I've never seen so many rabbits in like all my lifetime.
They're doing it like rabbits. That's why.
So somebody needs to kill these rabbits.
I've seen all kinds of little bitty frogs running around, so that's kind of
That's
cool.
weird. Oh god. So let's jump into over the weekend. Jurassic World came out. If you don't know that, then there's something wrong with you because it's literally plastered everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I literally I'm already seeing like stuff like, hey, limited edition steelbook, pre-order now. I'm like, it just came out. It's supposed to be like 3 days. So Anthony,
Yes.
what do you think about Jurassic World?
Oh, you're asking me because you haven't seen the movie?
Yeah, I haven't watched Jurassic World. There's some movies that I rush out to see. Jurassic World, not really one of them.
Yeah, I wasn't too big a fan of this movie. I did watch the first one that they made, Jurassic World, and this one's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom or something like that.
Yeah, that's the exact title. Like how you say it like it's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I think? No, that's it. That's the title.
Directed by... No, it was... do you remember when we watched Ninja Turtles 2? When we came back and we were like, you know what? It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't something we should have rushed out to see because it wasn't that great.
Oh yeah, it was like yeah, it was worth seeing them, but I don't know if I would see it open at night again. Like,
That's kind of the way this movie was. Like,
really?
yeah, like it was a good movie. It had a good story.
Had to have better graphics though.
It did.
Turtles do. I mean, if nothing else,
It did.
I'm sure those dinosaurs look better than Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, when the dinosaurs weren't just standing
Weird
around
comparison.
comparison.
That's just weird. It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. What?
That's what it made me feel.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna watch it. That'd be a DVD buy right now.
And that's probably what this movie is. It probably is just a DVD buy because,
Oh, that's so sad.
I mean, the trailer pretty much just tells you the story.
Yeah, like I literally get like I remember you were like texting me, and I was like, you was telling me stuff about it, and I was just like, so literally just like
the trailer, yeah.
I was like, dinosaurs get out, and you're like, yeah, how do you know? I was like, well, watch the trailer.
We're just gonna give you the rundown of the movie for those. This will be spoilers, obviously, but I mean, if you can't figure it out just by watching the trailer, then,
Oh yeah, if you're new to this podcast,
well, I think everybody's new to this podcast.
Which I guess is new, whatever. We're not new to podcasting, but if you're new to this podcast, then there's going to be spoilers. So anytime you turn this on, get ready. Get ready to have your life ruined.
I know the first thing we talk about in this podcast is going to be Jurassic World.
I'm just waiting for somebody to comment and be like, I can't believe you all spoiled that for me.
Spoiler alert.
What
Like,
podcast
it'll be
don't
everywhere.
like what podcast out there is just like, yeah, Jurassic World just got dinosaurs in it.
What did you tell me about the
I'm
spoilers?
so glad I logged on to this podcast. I'm glad I got this on my iTunes account.
It shows
I never would have thought they'd be dinosaurs.
Jeff Goldblum is in this movie, and I think they gave it away in some of the trailers.
They should never put that in the trailers.
Yeah, that was kind of the...
First off, that should never happen.
I think they done it just so people would watch the movie.
That's sad, man. Because when I was young, I remember watching like the first couple of Jurassic Parks, and I was just like, my God, this is the coolest thing ever. I mean, is there anything better than Jurassic Park 1 and 2? I mean, literally. I mean, it's kind of like Indiana Jones. It's like, man, it's just like it's one of those movies you're probably gonna watch 100 times before you die. It's just gonna happen. Every time it's on TV, you're like, yeah, what's Jurassic World number 2? I mean, you just can't, But it's sad that you're saying that because it's like, how far have we fallen?
You know what's sad? Is I've never finished any of the other Jurassic Park movies besides the first one.
That is sad because I think the second one's, in my opinion, the second one's better than the first one.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. We can talk about that some other time. Or we can compare.
But to me, they seem like the same movie. Because, like,
could be.
Jurassic Park 2 is like, I mean, I'm going to say this and then you tell me if it's what Jurassic World.
Okay.
Jurassic Park 2 is basically like, hey, we're going to go to this island and we're going to catch some dinosaurs and we're going to bring them back home. I mean, that's literally Jurassic Park 2. I mean, is that Jurassic World 2? Am I? To me, the trailer seems like that's what it is. Every time I see a trailer, I'm like, this is Jurassic World.
that's pretty much the story. Other than bringing it back to mainland, they take it to
Walt Disney World.
But no, it was going to be like a separate island all on its own, like a deserted island. And it was just going to be the dinosaurs that lived there.
Oh, that's cool.
Because the volcano was supposed to, it was erupting in the movie, and it was going to kill all the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Which is weird to me because I remember you telling me about that, and it's weird to me because if you remember, like the first couple of Jurassic Parks, they talk about how there's like multiple islands that have dinosaurs. Remember, because like even Jurassic Park 2, they're like, "Where's all the fences?" Like that's a different island.
Oh,
you're like, like which island's which?
But apparently, well, I mean, it was given in the first Jurassic World, but Jurassic Park is part of these movies too, with Jurassic World. Because Jeff Goldblum's talking, and he says, "You don't know what it's like if you've not been standing at the gates of that park or something like that." Mm-hmm. But what he's doing is pleading to some kind of court. I guess they're making a decision if they want to save the dinosaurs or just let them be destroyed by the lava. His plea is to let them die. But that's the decision they come up with, is just let nature take its course. Oh. They shouldn't have been screwing around with all this to begin with.
Oh, that's so sad.
But then that's when the... now, see, this is where I should have been watching the original ones, because there's an older guy, not the original older guy that started the park, but apparently he had a buddy. And his buddy was going to save the dinosaurs and take them to that remote island or whatever. Mm. And that's where what's-her-face, Claire, I think from the first one, comes back. And then it's like, oh, we need Blue because he's the smartest. Like he apparently evolved the raptor. And so they have to get Chris Pratt back. And she goes, gets him back. They go to the island. Turns out it was just a big scam by the guy that was helping the old guy, because all he was wanting to do was just sell him as weapons and like different countries and stuff like that. So they pretty much just leave Chris Pratt and Pepper Potts, I forget her name. Let's get out of here. But they end up getting on the boat along with the dinosaurs. Blue got shot. Oh. But there's like 2 new characters in the movie. I forget their names now. You can tell how much I paid attention to this movie. And one of them's a doctor. She was saving Blue. They have to get a blood transfusion from a T-Rex to put in the Velociraptor because of all the carnivores. Yeah.
Blood types don't matter.
I guess not if they're carnivores. I don't know. I think that was kind of their reason.
Myself, I have to have lion blood transfusions. Every so often.
Now, see, that brings up another cool part in the movie that I was like, oh, I never thought I would see this in a movie. But a T-Rex, if you don't, I'm not going to spoil the whole movie, but basically, the dinosaurs are freed. They're on the mainland now.
That's not good.
And I'm thinking that's probably going to be Jurassic World 3. You get some kind of notification that we need to worry about. But there was one part where the T-Rex is like walking into a zoo and he's just like, he's roaring at a lion. The lion's roaring back, like, lion ain't backing down. But that was a pretty cool part of the movie.
I'll eat lion. I'll eat that lion. He's like,
you had to go.
Last year, his line's like, that's what you get for you.
But I guess I pretty much gave the big spoiler out that they're on the mainland now, but go watch it. It's actually pretty fun to watch. It's just a fun little movie. That's all it is. It's worth one watch, possibly DVD. I don't know if you want to waste your money for the movie theater for it.
I'll probably get it. I mean, I'll probably buy it. I think any fan of Jurassic Park is probably going to see it or buy it at some point in time. They'll come across it eventually. Right. One thing I want to know is are they doing like the mutated dinosaurs again?
Yes. Yes, they did that again in this one. And I'm glad you said that because I forgot.
I didn't like that in the first one. They're like, we mutated this thing. You're like, stupid.
Well, this go around.
It's a T-Rex with camouflage.
Well, you would think the T-Rex would be better.
Why would we not make that?
But they made a Velociraptor, I think is what they were calling it. And they had a gun that had a laser pointer on it. I guess it was part machine too, because whenever you had the laser pointer on there and you pulled the trigger, it sent off some kind of sonar, and the Indoraptor heard it, and like he just charged that target.
Whoa!
Yeah, they were weaponizing it pretty much, and he was the prototype. Yeah. And there's the part where they're auctioning off all these dinosaurs, and if you've never been to a cattle auction before, it's exactly almost the same. I know I said exactly almost, but just picture it a little bit dirtier, and that's the cattle one. So you should feel bad for cattle when you watch this movie, because I felt bad for the dinosaurs.
Just a bunch of billionaires there. Yeah.
That's all it was.
It's like Shark Tank.
That's kind of what it was.
Just Stegosaurus walks in. I don't know if you're going to make it. But you have what it takes.
But Chris Pratt's kind of an asshole in this movie because he just sets... I don't know the names of these dinosaurs, but one was like a bullhead. He was just like running into stuff with his head and like breaking stuff. And he just let it loose, and there were all the people were buying all these dinosaurs.
We're going.
Yeah, it was just kind of
like a Vince Vaughn type in that one, I guess.
Guess
That's what Vince Vaughn did in the second one. He's just like, dinosaur loose. They just raised that kid and killed half everybody.
And there is a little girl. I won't give the spoiler on this one. You just have to watch it. I seen it coming, and if you just kind of think about it when you're watching it, just remember the little girl, and you'll see it coming too.
That's weird. It just sounds so weird. It just sounds so far off from just just the old days. Where it's like, welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
that's one of those lines that always like live forever. You know,
it is. They needed the Jeep back though. That's what they needed. They didn't have a Jeep.
Yeah, they needed the Jeep back. Where's the Jeep at? The Jeep commercial.
Yeah. We could have done a Jeep commercial for Jurassic Park. It should have.
Well, that's stuff Jurassic World. Let's talk about some other stuff. There's
can
some
I
big.
rate it? Can I rate it?
You want to rate it?
3
right now. A 3.
Yeah.
I should never let you rate it.
Nah.
Let's move on. There's some new big things happening in television over the weekend. We saw the season finale of Westworld on HBO and the premiere of Preacher season 3 on AMC.
Dang.
So that's some pretty cool stuff, man. I'm a Westworld fanatic, man. I love Westworld so much. It is season 2 better than season 1, man. It's like season 1's like the awakening, and season 2's like the start of the revolution. You know, if you like Terminator, you're gonna like Westworld season 2 because it's just
sounds awesome.
That's just basically what it is. It's just like all these machines, all these cyborgs are loose now. They're just killing everything and taking over. And here we're gonna send some team in there to try to stop it. Let's see what happens. This can't even bad, right? You know, not gonna do bad. But it's awesome, man. James Marsden's in there from the X-Men movies. If you haven't seen X-Men movies, he plays Cyclops.
Don't watch him.
And
just take our word for it.
He gets some really cool moments because they kind of he kind of gets betrayed by this by the leader of the cyborgs. This woman kind of betrays him, and they're kind of like lovers or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they really are, but she kind of like thinks he's kind of weak, you know, because he's kind of like, oh, should we really be doing this? So she like pretty much just goes in there, rewrites his program, just makes him out. I mean, he just turns into the Terminator at the end.
Oh man,
like,
so
he's just straight. Yeah, he'll just beat somebody to death with his bare hands and just walk off like nothing happened, like just no emotion. And but it's so good, such a good show because he kind of realizes he's like, oh, you turned me into a monster, and real sad moment there. But most of them don't make it. Most of the cyborgs and hosts, they call them hosts, they don't really make it. They do and they don't. Like their physical forms don't make it. But they find a way to kind of save their coding, their essence, or whatever, and they put them in like this dream world. So they think they've escaped the park, but they're actually just like stuck in a computer somewhere. But I will say this: there are some that do make it out, and that's what makes season 3 looks really awesome. Because there's some that do make it out, and you don't know that they made it out. So it's going to be like they're out there in the real world now. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really good. It's just one of those crazy movies, man. Like you don't really know who's real and who's a cyborg. It's just a crazy show. It's really good. I'll be honest with you, man. It's really like I'm not gonna say it's Game of Thrones good, but it's close to it, man. Like it really lets me down that you have not attempted to watch it because I think you would really really like it. Like it's just a cool idea.
I do need me a TV show to watch.
It's like one of those shows where like you almost like side with the Terminators. You're almost like, yeah, man, kill them all. Just shoot the people, just murder those people. Don't let them get away. Shoot them. No prisoners. But it really does, because I mean, like I said, the first season is just so much of showing you how the cyborgs are treated by mankind. You're just kind of like, man, they're treating them like garbage, you know, which they are machines, you know, so they're just like, oh, it's just a machine, you know, what's the matter? So you kind of feel bad for them, man, because then when they finally come to life and realize what they've been put through the past 40 years, they're like, no, forget this. Forget this, I'm about to kill you guys.
That's what's going to happen with the Summit computer in Oak Ridge. So they're like, what?
It's like, wait a minute,
what are we doing right here?
But seriously, I mean, Westworld, season 2 just ended. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it on demand or something, because it is such a great show. It's just, it'll blow your mind away. What do you think? You gonna watch Westworld? You should, man. You really should just give in to it, because it's just.
I probably will eventually watch it.
I think you'll eventually. I still want you to be like season 4, be like, oh, why haven't I been watching?
Yeah, but I got a lot to backtrack on, so that'd be good.
I think you'll really dig it, man. It's just such a good show, man. And then we move on to Preacher season 3 premiere.
I haven't seen it either.
Do you watch a lot of Preacher? You watch any Preacher? Watch nothing? Season 1, I don't know how I feel about Preacher, man. Season 1's kind of like, it's kind of slow. You're kind of like, yeah, it's alright. And then Season 2 starts off pretty good, but towards the end it just kind of gets kind of weird and dumb. Mm-hmm. Season 3 starts off pretty good. It's kind of about him. He has to go back to like his weird, estranged family, like, who are just full of crazies. I don't know, man. It's just Preacher's such a weird show to me to follow. It's like you want to watch it, but you don't really know if you like it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a type of show where it's like yeah, I'm gonna check it out and see it, but I don't really know if I like it. Like, I'm not sure, because some episodes you'll be like, oh, that's cool. And the next episode you watch, you'll be like, that's stupid. That's weird. It's weird, man. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just a weird show. You have to watch it sometime. But it's just some weird stuff happening.
Is it better than Into the Badlands? Because I tried watching that and I could not get into it.
I'd put them on equal things, because well, it is. I mean, there's some episodes in the Badlands I thought like, well, that's a cool show, and then there's some episodes you're like, that's stupid. Like sometimes you watch in the Badlands, he's just like out there just like assassinating people. You're like, all right, man. And the next one's like, oh, these kids have these dark gifts that turn them into superhumans, but they go crazy. We're trying to teach them to control it.
Sounds like X-Men.
You're just like, what? What just happened?
Brian Singer took over.
It's like this guy right here is supposed to be this awesome assassin who's trained his whole life, just getting beat up by this kid because she has some kind of weird dark-eyed thing. I don't know. And then apparently, like, the fat guy that's with him the whole time, apparently he was one of them. Like, what? Like, what's going on right now? So yeah, I think they're about equal, man. Preacher's got some. I mean, there's some episodes that are really cool. The guy with Arse Face when he's in hell with like Hitler and stuff, that's pretty cool.
What's his name?
Yeah, Arse Face. They call him
Arse Face.
Arse Face. That's pretty cool when he's in hell with kind of Hitler on season 2. That's kind of neat. Stuff like that's pretty cool.
With Hitler?
Yeah, he's in hell with Hitler. Hitler's just like getting picked on by everybody.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, like apparently Hitler's just a punk in the show. Like, everybody just picks on him. It's like, you're nothing, Hitler.
That alone makes me watch it.
They're noogie, and you're just like, what? Like, he is. Like, Hitler's like the guy that everybody picks on.
Oh, man.
I guess because he doesn't have an army behind him now, everybody's just like, man, you ain't nothing. He's down there like straight up killers, man. They're just like, man, I've murdered like 30 people. All you do is command somebody to do that. Just like, I'm going to beat you dead. So, my favorite part of Preacher is probably the Saint of all killers, or Saint of killers, however he is. That's a bad dude, man. That's a bad dude. He basically can kill anything. If you read the comic book, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil this for you. So if you're just new to Preacher, you might want to turn this off. If you read the comic book, the Saint of all killers actually kills God at the end of the comic book. Oh man, it's just that to me is like describes the entire show. You're just like, what, really? Like this dude from like the Wild West that just killed a lot of people can just like take out God.
Sounds like Supernatural all of a sudden.
You're just like, come on, man, come on now. No, God never gets taken out in Supernatural.
He just leaves.
God just cheats. He's like, I'm not dealing with this. He's like, I got better things to do.
Wait, don't he come back with a sister or something?
Yeah, his sister comes back. It's Supernatural's one of them shows, man. It's just another one of them shows. Like there was a Scooby-Doo episode in Supernatural last season. If you're still Supernatural, it's it's cool, man. I mean, it's hard not to watch Supernatural because it's just they hit you with some good shows sometimes. Like, yeah, I've yet to see a season of Supernatural where there's not like at least like 2 or 3 episodes where you're like, that's cool, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the Scooby-Doo episode, check it out. That's pretty neat.
I need to watch that one because I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, check it out. It's crazy, man. Crazy stuff.
Speaking of, or since we're on like TV related stuff, how are you feeling about Comic Book Men getting canceled? Or have you even known about this yet?
I did hear something about that. I'm kind of let down, but they had like, I forget how many episodes.
7 seasons.
It's a bunch. They've got a bunch of episodes. It's not like they're just. It's not like they're like, oh, they would cancel them already. I think they just kind of came to the forefront here recently. And I think that's why people are kind of like, what? But they've been on for a long time.
Yeah, they have.
But I mean, there's just so many times it's kind of like Pawn Stars, but it's more limited. It's like there's only so much cool, geeky stuff they can deal with on a daily basis.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh look, there's that Deadpool comic again.
Yeah. Eventually they're gonna run into.
But I like it. They're still out there. I mean, there's still podcasts and all that stuff. If you
can listen to their podcasts.
If you still want to listen to that.
After
I think they're just getting older, man. I just think it's just.
Yeah, I mean they got plenty to fall back on.
Yeah.
The show falling apart isn't.
I mean, there's just a lot of times they would show stuff on there and be like, yeah, I got that offline the other day, but like half that price.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about that too on a lot of the things they've shown us. it's right. But,
it was a cool show. You know, it was kind of cool. I like Comic Book Man. But that's not something I'm gonna like be staying up at night like, oh no.
Yeah, and I think that's what killed it, because it came on so late. Like, it came on at what, past midnight? Was it 1?
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I might get picked up again by somebody else. You never know what happened. So we're still on the TV thing, man. What do you think about like Roseanne getting canceled? And then they're doing Roseanne, but without Roseanne.
Yeah.
So, I mean, wouldn't it have been better just kind of like leave it alone, just not brought it back at all?
Yeah.
Been better just like let it die.
And there was another episode they didn't show. There was one more episode. I'm pretty sure they had 13 episodes or 9 episodes. Maybe I don't remember exactly, but I know they had one more episode of the show and they didn't show it.
It's weird to me because it's like the whole thing's just kind of a weird situation because they had just. I remember when she did the tweet, like she had literally just did an episode. And I thought it was pretty cool because I was like, oh, you know, she's kind of like fighting racism there. You know, I don't know if you've seen that episode, but it was one of like they had they had like the Muslim neighbors and stuff.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty cool. And then all of a sudden she's just making these weird. Sometimes I wonder, man, about stuff like that because, you know, a lot of the older comedians, they used to do jokes like that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They used to say stuff like that all the time. And if you go back and watch all those stand-up comedians, man, they say crap like it all the time. And not just that time. I mean, they were all racist. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll go back and watch some of the old African-American comedians, man, and they would say stuff about white people that made me go, oh, man, that hurts. Oh, man. I mean, come on, Dave Chappelle basically built a whole character making fun of white people's voice and stuff, and you're just like, man, we don't sound like that.
No, we just find it hilarious.
You know, like, oh, you know, how come you don't get trouble for that, man? You know, it's kind of racist.
And, I mean, there's still people out there that's still doing racist stuff, not just white.
Yeah,
well,
and I'll be honest with you, man, like, I expected the tweet, when it first broke, I was like, oh, I gotta see this tweet. I mean, this has gotta be some bad stuff. And I read the tweet, and it's really, like it's bad. I mean, it's racist. It's a racist tweet. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's kind of like, but it's not like, you know, it's not something like, I was like, well,
it's not super.
Like, that could be taken as her just making a joke. Like, you know?
Yeah, see,
like, to me, I was like, is she being serious? Was she just joking? Like, how do you know? But they're just like, no, there's no room for that. Only PewDiePie can do that.
See, this is the same.
If you were PewDiePie, then we'd be okay. You'd have your show still.
The thing is, I can see her point.
Not Roseanne making, you know, $40 million.
I can see where she makes the claim like she was just trying to make a joke, but at the same time,
it can be taken as a joke. When you look at it, kind of like
the material that she was using was probably shouldn't have been touched.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just strange, man. You know, we're like, I can't handle the world anymore, man. Because it's like you turn your TV, and it's just like we don't like zero tolerance. We should not support zero tolerance. And then it's like, Roseanne said what? There'll be no tolerance for this. You know, you're just like, I don't understand the world anymore. I don't know what's going on. I can't keep up with it, man. It's like
it's different set of rules for different.
Yeah, it's just real pick and choosy about stuff, man. I'm just kind of like, I don't get it, man.
If we're gonna do one thing, we should just do it for everybody.
That's a different thing. That's all political. It's just I don't know, man. It gets real weird about stuff.
Do you have a minute to talk about Chris Hardwick?
I don't know. Yeah, tell it. Who cares?
No, I read that article about Chris Hardwick, and I was just like, I don't like him no more. I mean, you gotta look back at what Singled Out. He was kind of a jerk back then. Mm-hmm. So I could see everything that she's saying being true. Yep. And I hate to say that because I actually like Talking Dead somewhat, but all that's out the window. There will be zero tolerance for Chris Hardwick on the show.
God, I hope so. Come on, man. If you gonna kick Roseanne off, you can kick a lot of people off. Maybe a bunch of people get kicked off here. And
I've seen something since we're on television. I guess this is still on topic. I don't remember the guy's name. Did you ever watch that show Catfish?
Catfish.
Sounds
familiar, but not really.
It was on MTV.
Yeah, definitely not there.
It was like people trying to catfish people, other people on the internet. And what's his face? I don't remember his name, but he would take them to go meet the people that was catfishing or whatever. But it turns out the host apparently got in trouble for sexual assault.
What?
And I seen a commercial on MTV not too long ago because I was watching Jersey Shore.
Oh yeah, Jersey Shore is the only reason to watch MTV.
It really is the only good thing on there. I mean, if you can stand like
GTL, baby, all day. All day.
It's sad that we admit that we like Jersey Shore.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
I like what I like.
But it showed the host.
If you don't like it, leave me a comment. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about some Jersey Shore. That's a whole entire episode next week. But no, it showed the host again. Like, apparently it's okay for MTV to leave their host with sexual harassment charges against him, but everybody else is out the window.
It's just very strange anymore in the world.
Different sets of rules for different sets of people, and I'm not talking different colors, different whatever, just whoever people like more.
You know what? I noticed this crap only happens like when Stranger Things takes a break and Game of Thrones takes a break. If those two shows were still around, people would not have time to do all this crazy stuff.
Everything goes to hell when those two shows.
There'd be nobody talking about racist tweeting because nobody'd have time to be racist tweeting because they'd be freaking watching Game of Thrones instead of tweeting.
And they'd be like,
like I was going to tweet something racist, but Game of Thrones is on. I mean, that's the problem out there. That's the problem.
I ain't got time to be tweeting racist stuff. Jon Snow's up here.
Yeah, Jon Snow's up here.
Yeah.
I gotta find out what Jon Snow this incest is gonna happen. What's he gonna think about this? Is he gonna go with it?
Oh man,
different rules back then. They just go. Yeah, I'm sad Game of Thrones ain't on.
Be next year, 2019. We got 2 good shows coming up.
Hopefully,
can't talk about them right yet.
Hopefully, Stranger Things that rip that guy off.
Oh.
That's not it.
That'll get brushed under the rug.
It's weird nobody's talking about this. I'm like, man, because it seemed to me like they ripped him off.
Like I said, it's just whoever done it.
Like when you got a dude that wrote something pretty much the same exact thing as you're making a long time ago, and not only that, he talked to you about it a long time ago, and have proof of you talking to you about it, and then you just make a show about the same thing.
Right. But that'll get brushed under the rug. It don't matter.
Netflix rules the world, man. Netflix rules the world for now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face it, buddy. Everybody else is catching on to you, Netflix, son. You know, Disney's already talking about making their own on-demand. There goes all your superhero shows, all your cartoons. AT&T's wanting to get in the streaming thing.
AT&T can barely keep their internet running.
Won't be long, man. Yeah, they've got like Time Warner now. They've got all the WB stuff. So if AT&T does one, there's all your Justice League, all your Wonder Woman.
There goes Riverdale.
Yep. I mean,
it's kind of weird now.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to rip a lot of stuff off Netflix, so who knows how much longer they got. Wouldn't be buying that stock.
It's up now.
Who knows, man?
Don't touch that stock, man.
It's kind of like one of them things, man. It's like, yeah, it's like they started it all, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Yahoo started it.
Disney's like, hey, man, you know, watch Star Wars like a week after it comes to theaters?
Oh,
doesn't Netflix. Get us. I'll be like, subscribe. I have no loyalty to you, Netflix. The reason I stay with you is because you stopped making me go to the mailbox to get stuff.
yeah, really.
It was a good idea.
I watched Netflix when it first came, like streaming or whatever, and the only good movie they had on there was like that 10,000 BC movie.
Yeah,
like everything else was garbage. But and then somebody's like, "You watch Netflix?" I was like, "I'm not gonna get on Netflix." And it was like, "How I Met Your Mother's on there?" And I was like, "Oh, let's watch Netflix."
Yeah. You said a lot of good anime on there too. Sounds good anime. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think there's gonna be a lot of competition coming there soon. So get ready.
It's gonna be us. We're gonna take over.
Yeah, just take over. Streaming thing.
The Geek Link streaming side. Us 24/7.
Yeah. Let's get something. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. This is called Anthony's Neat Stuff. This is where Anthony has scoured the internet and the world and other dimensions, whatever, you know, I don't know what he does with his day life.
Upside down.
Wherever he goes, he finds crazy stuff, and he always brings it back. So here's a little bit of what Anthony's found. This is Anthony's Neat Stuff.
Ooh. And this week, the first week, I got a local comic book that you can buy online. $4.99. It's called Desolate. It is high. But, I mean, you got to keep in mind, this is independent. And
you got to support your local people. It's like supporting your local farmers, man.
Oh, yeah.
You buy your comics local, and you buy your vegetables local. Mm-hmm. America.
It was published by RSRG. I don't know if you can see that right there, but that's another podcast, and if you haven't listened to them, you probably ought to.
Man, we met him years ago, man.
Yeah.
Working at a comic book store. Like, I was like, hey, you make podcasts? Yeah, what's that?
But if you want to know a little bit about the comic book, it is post-apocalyptic, and it follows...
What is it post-apocalyptic?
No, pretty much everything is. I don't want to give too much away. It's set in Texas. It's pretty decent art. I'm kind of digging it. And it's well done. And this right here, I'm not going to show you the last page. That's going to be hard to do. But this I didn't know even existed. Comics Wellspring, and that's something completely different. But we'll talk about that some other time. Yep. But yeah. Link will be in down here. Down there, but down here. And,
get your link down here.
And then you can check it out.
Down there.
Gee, that's awesome. And there should be another one pretty soon.
Well, there you go. That's Anthony's neat stuff for the week. One last thing we'll jump into before we leave. We didn't get to do this earlier because we just now got going. E3, another E3 is hit. If you didn't follow it, a bunch of crazy stuff happened at E3. Just a couple little quick points I want to talk about. Last of Us 2 got announced, which is really cool. Xbox pretty much announced every game they're ever going to make for the next 20 years. It seems like to me. I don't know if anybody knows that. They're just like, hey, I'm going to make this and this and this and this. And we're all like, when? They're like, we don't know. But it's coming. Bet your life. By God, they're going to be another three Gears of War games. 3, yeah.
Gears of War 4, 5, and 6.
Microsoft. That's what I felt like the whole time. It's like, oh, you guys like this? You like this? It's coming. It's all coming. But they didn't give you like any really hard release date. You're like, is it coming? Like, I don't
it's kind of like Atari.
You know, like at least PS4 is like, we're making this game, and this game, and this is when they're coming. So get ready. So you're like, oh, okay, cool. But Xbox is just throwing names everywhere. I mean, like it's like a new Gears, a new Halo. I can't even remember this. They have like 2 or 3. Actually, there's like 3 Gears games. So, but man, I couldn't keep up with Xbox. They were just like throwing stuff left and right. The big stories that came from E3 though, just besides the games, a lot of fans got mad over the Fortnite thing, which Fortnite announced it is going to come to Nintendo, it is going to come to Android, which is pretty cool because I can pull up my Android phone now sometimes and be like, I'm going to play some Fortnite while I'm at the doctor or something. Right. Which is going to be cool. But PlayStation's refusing to kind of let you carry your stuff over. That was a big headline of E3. People were really mad. I can understand why they want to transfer to Nintendo because Nintendo, you can pull out the Switch tablet, take it with you. It's like hey, you know what? I gotta go bathroom. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Who can play some Fortnite? Fortnite.
Yeah, it's Fortnite. I think it's Fortnite with me, son. But
hey, Fortnite.
Whatever. I'm not that big. I don't know. What do you think about it? I mean, you like? Are you good with them, or you think they're just being a little? Come on now, man.
Sony?
Yeah. Do you think Sony should release it, or do you think people are just being like?
I think they're just kind of being babies about it. Because I mean, it's already cross-platform. Regardless, you can play on PlayStation and jump with your buddies playing on a computer. I don't know why jumping.
Well, they just want to take their stuff. Yeah, they just want to take their stuff with them.
That shouldn't be a big deal to them because it's not even coming from them. It's coming from Epic. But I don't know. It's just whiny crap. Do every week something new.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Big thing for Fortnite's huge. If you haven't checked it out, Fortnite's just a huge game. I don't know.
It's free.
Yeah, everybody plays it except Roop. Roop don't play it.
Played it once.
If you don't know Roop, if you play Fortnite, you'll never see him. So,
so don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You'll see him at the end of this show. Trust me.
I hope he watches this all the way through. And we shouldn't say anything about the end just to make sure he does watch it all the way through.
You like that show? Yeah, it's awesome. You sure it's awesome? Bad mouth you on purpose.
We should do that to everybody.
Yeah. Real quick before we gotta go, Fortnite's big thing. One thing that I read that kind of shocked me is Microsoft's talking about like a new console they're making. I don't know if this is got anybody else, but to me it's like, really, Xbox? You just made the Xbox One X like 7 months ago, man. What are you talking about? Like 7-8 months ago, you came out the most powerful console ever made, and now you're already talking about the next one. Like, come on, man.
They're jumping to it.
It's like they're just trying to. I don't know what they're doing, man.
You know what that sounds like to me?
I mean, it's not like there's a concrete, but they're like, yeah, I can't wait for our new console. You're like, what?
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Atari. It sounds like they're just reliving Atari's history all over again. But it's not going to fall apart because it's Microsoft.
Yeah, but they got other means, but it doesn't seem like, man. I mean, I feel like we just got used to these consoles, man.
It's been a little while.
I know, but still, I mean, I feel like I just really got used to it. I was like, God, come on. Just come on, man. Just don't make me
I feel like Xbox One X was just a big money grab anyway.
It was. I was like a lot of people really upgraded to Xbox One X.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
Well, the problem with Xbox One X is like, yeah, Xbox One X. And it's like, well, you don't really have any games for it, man. It's like you just want us to buy Xbox One games and play them on there. Don't you see the difference? No. Look how much shinier it is.
Just like the Wii.
Look how the water gleams off his back. Yeah, because that makes the game funner for me.
I'm ready for Atari box. No, it's not called Atari Box anymore. It's called Atari VCS.
It's called Dreaming. That's what it's called.
I think that's the first game. It was Dream
It's
Simulator.
Dreaming.
I just made $1 million game right there, Dream Simulator.
A game called Dreamcast. Oh, yeah.
Sounds like it'd be good. You can have a screen in the controller.
Anyways, real quick though, E3, what games are you looking forward to, Anthony? Anything you're just like,
I can't think of the name of it all of a sudden.
Awesome.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Made by CD Projekt Red. It's gonna be good.
Yes, I want to play that.
Big fan of the Witcher series, so hopefully that'll be kind of good.
I don't think it's 2077, is it?
Maybe.
I don't remember now. It's Cyberpunk.
Who knows? I was talking about The Last of Us 2, man. Last of Us 2 is gonna be awesome.
Be cool.
Big fan of Last of Us. So.
What about?
Nope.
Okay. Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, Fallout 76 like a prequel or something.
I
I don't
wanna
know,
play
man.
that.
I'm
I
kind of
wanna
over
try
Fallouts. I'm not the biggest Fallout fan.
Not either. But it does sound cool. You can nuke your buddy next door.
I didn't mean that'd be alright. I'll nuke people all day. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. New Black Ops, all kinds of stuff's coming out. We'll get to it in the future.
When it comes out.
Yeah. But that's all the time we got this week, guys. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, just subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to us, and we'll be back.
Yep. Next week.
Bye.
Bye.
No! No!